A lot of people still ask me for help. I get a lot of emails from apes. That Apefather, could you please donate a couple of hundred, $300 to me? I would say almost every day. If you want me to tell you the truth, I have thousands of emails, and I'm going to be open and honest and transparent. I've stopped. I think I donated. Um, I think my last donation was just to Jim Netherly and his family, but for his beautiful daughter, she needs an operation. God bless him. God bless his family. But I haven't donated anything else since then, and let me tell you the reason why. Okay, when I first started the GoFundMe page, my GoFundMe page to help apes in need, it was it was the whole thing just got so screwed up, and everybody just really ripped me up so bad. See, I made a mistake. Okay, I thought to myself that, look, this is what I thought. I figured to myself, I'm selling T-shirts. This was the GoFundMe page. If you give me a $50 donation, I will mail you an Apefather T-shirt. So in my mind, it's kind of like I felt like I deserved like maybe 10%. You know what I mean? In my mind, I just said to myself, look, I am selling my Apefather t-shirt. So I put this disclaimer on the GoFundMe page that said a small percentage, meaning 10%. That's what was my original intention to keep. 10% I will use to buy AMC shares. So I wasn't going to keep the money. You understand? Like, I wasn't going to use it for like personal use. I was going to take it and buy AMC shares with it. So what ultimately happened was GoFundMe shut the page down. I received no money. And let me repeat, no money from GoFundMe. Okay. But yet people keep saying to me, oh, but you kept 10%. How could you keep 10% of nothing? I didn't receive anything. I didn't receive anything from GoFundMe. And the reason why they shut the page down is because there was some sort of a rule that they had of their compliance. I have no idea that you can't be what's called a third-party donator, meaning I can't send multiple donations to multiple people all around the world. And once that was, because they asked me, I had to fill out this whole questionnaire. They were like, what's your GoFundMe page about? What is your mission? So I said it to them. I said, what I'm doing is I'm raising money by way of people donating $50. I'm sending them a t-shirt, and I'm using 90% of the funds. I said it to GoFundMe to donate to multiple people throughout the world who are AMC apes. And yes, at the time, I'm honest. I said 10% of it I'm keeping personally for myself, which I intend to invest in AMC. So they read the whole thing. They sent me back, a message saying, no, we're shutting down your GoFundMe page. They said this is not what GoFundMe was designed to do, and whatever. So what happened was I raised about $4,300 on GoFundMe. All of that money was returned to apes. Many apes have contacted me and told me I received the money back. Many apes. I haven't spoke to all apes, so I don't know if all apes did, but I can tell you a very large percentage did. Now, here's what nobody seems to understand, okay? Before I got, we were communicating with GoFundMe, before I got that final determination that they were going to be shutting down the GoFundMe page and returning the money to the apes, I was advancing and using my own money. Nobody seems to understand, like Trey. Trey doesn't seem to understand this, okay? Trey's trades. He makes, on his live stream, someone asked him, would you have the Apefather come on your live stream? And Trey had the balls, right? To say, I don't support people, okay, who run fraudulent GoFundMe pages. And also Matt the Weasel Kohrs said it on his live stream, that I ran a fraudulent GoFundMe page. I find it funny that these two people, who I consider to be the biggest mamalukes and stunads in AMC, are saying this about me. Let's start with Matt the Weasel Kohrs. Matt the Weasel Kohrs charges apes who are struggling. They were struggling then and they're struggling now to hold on to the AMC shares. He charges them to answer questions. That's why I lost a lot of respect for Teddy Zane, man, because, I always liked Teddy, but would you agree, or is it just me? Doesn't Teddy Zane come across like he's a multimillionaire? Is it just me? Or does Teddy Zane come across like he's he's showing us a different car he seems to purchase every week. I just purchased a Corvette. I got all these classic cars. I got this big, gigantic, beautiful house. He's got the biggest, largest gym. I believe it's the most successful gym in Alabama, right? Okay. Teddy Zane is very successful. Am I right or am I wrong? Why does he need to charge struggling apes $5 a month? Why? It just doesn't make sense. And especially now, if you want to add insult to injury, right? Teddy's claiming he's making $200,000 a month day trading. Not a month. I said a month, a week. Let me retract that. $200,000 a week. A week. Day trading or something like that. Right? He's making like a fortune, right? Okay. Yet he still needs, yet on the bottom of every one of his community posts, join my $5 a month new IPO, momentum play club, whatever he calls it. I don't get it. It's either he's a tremendous greedy person, okay, who not only needs to make $200,000 a week day trading, but he also needs to make $50,000 a month from getting, his membership level up to 10,000 members. So it's either that or allegedly, I have to say that, maybe he's not being so truthful, right? Maybe he's losing a lot of monies, on these plays. We don't know. Maybe he's losing 100,000 here, 50,000 there, but then he makes 40,000 on another play, and he's using this as a way to recoup money. I don't know, and I can't prove that. So I want to say I'm speaking allegedly. Okay, it's allegedly. I am not, because I know that everyone's going to throw this in my face. You have no right to say so. Look, I don't know. Maybe he is making $200,000 a week. I don't know if he's losing money, and I don't know if he's making money. I just don't feel it's right that Teddy Zane is charging $5 a month, especially that you're portraying yourself as a multi-millionaire when apes are all struggling. You're a multi-millionaire. You need to get these apes $5 a month, and everybody seems to be okay with it. Everyone's like, hey, I'll give him, you know what? Give him $500 a month. That's way for the people who feel like I got no problem. You got no problem with it? Send him $1,000 a month. How about that? Send him $10,000 a month. I mean, people will make me laugh. I mean, you give him money to, it's funny. It's like, as much as I love Donald Trump, and I do love him, I love Donald Trump. I always found it to be very odd remember he said, I don't need no one's money when he was first running for the president. Do you remember this? I am self-funding my campaign. And I remember being so proud of him. And I remember telling my wife, saying, man, Donald Trump is the man. You know what I mean? He don't need no one. He doesn't need, these, what do you call those things? I can't think of those. It's going to come to me in a second. But all these, groups that help politicians, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to come to me any second. It's on the tip of my tongue. But the point is, he doesn't need the special, what are those things called? I can't think of the name of it. You know what I'm talking about. He doesn't need anybody. Okay, he doesn't need the help of these big, gigantic corporations that normally, donate to politicians. He doesn't need the help of anybody to manipulate him, to corrupt him, to lead him in a direction he doesn't want to go. Okay, he wants to do things for the people. He wants to do the right thing for the American people. The point is this, okay? He doesn't need your money. Then all of a sudden, he started taking donations. But it was more or less smaller donations. It was more or less from the everyday Americans, okay, that were just donating to him. I got to look this up. It's driving me crazy right now. Hold on a second. I know it. You got to give me a minute here. Oh, super PACs? Is that what it is? Wait, hold on. Trump. Wait. Give me 1 second. The PACs, what are these things called? These super PACs. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, so you know what I'm talking about. He didn't need money from anybody. He didn't need the super PACs. He didn't need money from big corporations. He didn't need money from nobody. What he was asking for, right, was everybody to keep their money, right? But then all of a sudden, he started accepting donations. And you want me to tell you the truth, even as a Trump supporter, it bothered me. You want me to be honest with you? I didn't like what he did. And I know a lot of Trump supporters are going to get mad at me. I also didn't like what Donald Trump did when, he said that when there was the whole election fraud, thing going on, he started accepting large amounts of money. Okay. But on the bottom in fine print, it said that, see, he was claiming that this money was going to his legal team. You understand? To fight for, to prove that the election was a fraud. But on the bottom in the fine print, it said that these funds were going towards, the Republican Party and also to Donald J. Trump. So in other words, it could be used for personal use, right? Listen, see, people think that because I'm a Republican and people think that because I support Donald J. Trump, that I support every single thing he does and everything he says and this is not true. Like, I don't think Nazis are fine people. Like, that whole thing with Charlottesville, that was crazy. A beautiful, innocent young girl was killed. Okay, and I'm not saying to you, look, I understand he was saying that there was fault on both sides. There was fault on both sides. But you don't say Nazis are fine. It's America. It's America. Nazis are not fine people. Sorry for all the people who are, white supremacists and, white power and all this. Listen to me. Nazis are not fine people. Okay, so any which way you twist it, the way he spoke was not right. He didn't say, listen, and I'm not trying to get political, but do you see what I'm trying to say? Look, I'm an open-minded person. Just because I'm a Trump supporter and I'm a Republican supporter, it doesn't mean I'm an American first. First and foremost, I am proud to be an American.